What's going on, people? It's Trent G, and we are exposing evil at what? At all costs. Yiddy. Yeah, man. Shout out to the first 100 subscribers. Thank y'all for, subscribing to me. I'm only here to uplift, bring encouragement, and expose evil, man. That's all we doing. We calling out injustice. We are, believing in God, and we are calling out wrongdoing, man, all across the world, man. I would like to talk about Marcus Rogers, the prophet, the preacher, the evangelist, Marcus Rogers. Okay, Marcus Rogers is a very well-known speaker here on YouTube. Very well-known pastor. I believe he does have a church. He does have a church. Very well-known preacher. He does street preaching. Listen, Marcus Rogers is very unashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. He does street preaching. He calls out evil. He casts out demons and devils. Okay. He's unapologetically Christian, and I admire that about him. He's very bold for the kingdom of God, and that is great. We need that. Okay. I applaud that. I agree to that. All right. However, I saw a post that he put on his community area on his YouTube channel in regards to the recent arrest of Donald Trump. OK, and I would like to direct this directly towards Marcus Rogers. OK, I know you don't know me, man. I don't have a lot of followers. I'm not as big as you. I just got my first 100 subscribers, but I am on the way to 1 million. Okay, I'm on the way to 1 million. We gonna get there, baby. We gonna get there. All right. Okay, Marcus Rogers. I appreciate your perspective on the recent events involving Donald Trump and the comparison that you've drawn to Christians being arrested for their faith. While it's important to discuss and reflect on various situations, it's crucial to remember the historical context and the differences between the two scenarios. Okay, throughout history, Christians have faced persecution and even death for their beliefs. Okay, historical records show that Christians were systematically targeted and executed in the Roman Empire, facing brutal trials and punishments. This continued through various periods, including the Roman, Byzantine, I believe, something like that. Excuse me for the, I might be misquoting the names. The names are kind of all over the place, but and the Ottoman emperors, as well as during the spread of the Christianity in different regions of the world. Okay. On the other hand, comparing the arrest of Donald Trump to the persecution of Christians back then or even today might not be a direct parallel. Okay. While political figures facing legal action such as Donald Trump is a part of the democratic process, is distinct from the targeted oppression that many Christians endure. All right. The motivations, context, and outcomes in these scenarios are quite different. All right. If we look at the data regarding religious persecution of Christians, organizations such as Open Doors and Pew Research Center have documented cases of violence and discrimination against Christians worldwide. These instances include physical harm, displacement, and even death. Comparing this to the legal processes involving public figures such as Donald Trump demands careful consideration. All right. It's essential to acknowledge the historical struggles of Christians and the today's struggles of Christians around the world and their unwavering faith in the face of severe adversity. While discussing contemporary events is important, making direct comparisons to historical atrocities might not fully capture the complexities and differences between these situations. Look, let's keep the dialogue open, okay, while honoring the experiences of those who face persecution for their beliefs throughout history. All right. I think it was kind of out of order, out of pocket to compare what's happening to Donald Trump to what has happened and is happening to Christians. I believe you said what's happening to Donald Trump will happen to Christians, but it's already happened to Christians, and it's been happening to Christians far before Donald Trump. Okay? Far before Donald Trump. The persecution of the Roman Empire, first, fourth centuries, I believe. Thousands of Christians were arrested and tortured and executed for refusing to worship Roman gods. Their faith was directly challenged and many faced brutal deaths. Okay? Nero's persecution, 64 AD. Emperor Nero blamed Christians for the Great Fire of Rome and subjected them to extreme torture, including burning them alive and using them as human torches to light the city. None of this has happened to Donald Trump. None of it. Donald Trump is alive and well. He's resting right now in a mansion. So is his colleagues. So to say that what's happening to Donald Trump will soon happen to Christians, it's already been happening. And like I said above, it's been happening far before Donald Trump. Okay? Far before Donald Trump. The persecution in the Ottoman Empire, I believe that was 15th and 19th centuries. Christians in the Ottoman Empire, including Armenians and Greeks, faced arrest, forced conversions, and execution. The Armenian genocide in 1915 resulted in the mass killing of Armenian Christians. All right. The Japanese persecution in the 17th century. Christians in Japan faced brutal persecution under the Tokugawa shogunate. Okay. With many being arrested, tortured, and killed for their faith in Jesus Christ. All right. The Boxer Rebellion in 1899 to 1901. China. Christians were targeted during the Boxer Rebellion. Missionaries and Chinese Christians were arrested, tortured, and killed due to their faith in Jesus Christ. The Soviet Union persecution. North Korea's religious repression. Middle East persecution and ongoing. So for you to say what's happening to Donald Trump will soon happen to Christians, I respectfully say it's already happening to Christians. And it's already happened to Christians far before Donald Trump. Look at how the apostles died. Look at how Christians die in different countries throughout the world. In Afghanistan and different Islamic countries and things like that. Okay? Christians die every day for the faith. So to say what's happening to Donald Trump will soon happen to Christians, I think you're kind of far off base. And this is coming from somebody who admires your work. Okay? Who enjoys hearing you preach and teach. I know you're on fire for God. I know it. I know it. I don't believe you are a false prophet or nothing. I think you're on fire for God. But to compare what's happening to Donald Trump to what has happened and is happening to Christians, I think it's kind of far-fetched. And I think it's a disrespect and a slap in the face to all of the dead Christians who have died for the faith, for their blood crieth out from the ground. Thank you for your time. God bless. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are calling out evil at all costs. Okay? Exposing injustice at all costs. We ain't rocking with the devil at all costs. Okay? Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Come over here and get some real thorough advice. All right. Peace.